Rise, support court with Judge Van B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1073, Ellison case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Ellison?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm divorced from the person that didn't show up.
I see that.
Yes, and I'm here to ask the court for more spousal support. I've went part-time on my job. I'm no longer working full-time. I've lost money. And the man's done nothing but cause me trouble since we've been divorced. He does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay.
And I deserve more money with all this harassment. Plus, I want a restraining order against him. This has to stop. My nerves are on edge. Can't take much more of it. But I think $100 a week extra for spousal support would be fair with all the, the headaches he's given me and everything like that.
You think it'll be fair?
Yes, I've left him alone. I don't go around him. It's him doing the harassing.
Okay. How long ago did you all get divorced?
It's been almost 2 years now.
Okay.
He just won't let go.
What is he doing to harass you?
Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, he drives around the house blowing his horn at all hours of the morning. He comes down to my work unannounced, goes right into where I'm working at.
Today we're diving into a storm of tension as Miss Ellison storms into court, leveling accusations that are nothing short of dramatic. From late-night horn blaring to surprise visits at work, she lays out a pattern of harassment. That sounds like it's pulled straight from a psychological thriller. The desperation in her voice is real, and the judge leans in. She's not just asking for peace, she wants justice, and $100 more a week. The tension is brewing fast. You can already feel that this courtroom session isn't going to be a calm one. She's fed up, she's shaken, and she's ready.
With me in front of co-workers. I mean, I could be fired for that. I mean,
Have
it's
you
totally
ever
ridiculous.
tried to call the police on him?
Well, by the time they get there, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they've never caught him actually doing anything.
Okay.
He knows not to get caught, but I need a restraining order. That's the only thing that's really going to, I think, keep him away from me.
Okay.
And he found
well,
out
I don't do restraining orders in this court. You can go to another court and definitely request a restraining order. And I believe that's something you can do at your local police department too.
Okay, well, thank you. I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am. That is definitely that. Now, I can, if you qualify, obviously, for an increase in spousal maintenance, that is something that I can entertain. So let's talk about that.
All right, guys. The stakes just went up. Miss Ellison doesn't just want more money, she says she's owed it. As she details her reduced hours and rising struggles, we get a sharp contrast. She's barely scraping by while her ex lives large as a CEO with fat bonuses and yearly raises. This isn't just financial imbalance, it's the backdrop to a bitter emotional war. Her tone says it all. She cooked, cleaned, raised his kids, and now she's left holding the bag. She paints the picture of sacrifice, Medaka, and she wants compensation. The judge listens, but the silence says more than what.
You said you believe $100, an extra $100 a week is fair.
Yes.
Why do you believe that's fair?
Well, like I said, my wages have went down. I'm only working part-time now. We're doing layoffs and things like that. So
you said your wages?
Yeah, my wages.
Okay.
Are going down, and his are going up because he still gets those 2 raises every year. He's been with that company forever. And he makes good money. I don't make half of what he's making.
Peels back the emotional curtain. Miss Ellison hits the judge with every unpaid penny, every missed deadline. But this isn't just about money. It's about what that money means, the work she put in, the role she played, and the life she now has. She lays out her financial landscape with brutal honesty, still paying off a renovated home, juggling utilities, barely keeping up, while he's out, living the high life. It's a plea layered with frustration, exhaustion, and the raw desire for fairness. But the judge? Still not sold. And the tension is...
And it's been really tough. I raised his children, I entertained his friends, I kept the house clean, I did everything that a good wife does. I think I deserve that extra $100 a week, and he can certainly afford it.
What does he do for a living?
He's a CEO for an oil company.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes really good money, bonuses and all that stuff. I mean, he's just raking it in.
How much is your spousal maintenance right now?
The spousal maintenance, it's about $325 a week maybe.
Okay.
He doesn't pay on time either. It's not always on time. So he is late on that. I think that should be a penalty right there. He shouldn't be late.
This is the turning point. The judge steps in with cold, calm logic, and the mood shifts fast. "Why are you here?" she asks. And that question slices through everything. The emotional foundation Miss Ellison built starts cracking under legal scrutiny. The expenses? Mostly unchanged. The job? Still there, just fewer hours. The judge reminds her, this isn't about who deserves more. It's about what the law allows. Suddenly, Ellison's case starts unraveling. It's a clash between emotion and legal reality, and the gap between them is growing wider with every...
Well, I have rent. I'm still making the payments on the house. Before we got divorced, we had it redecorated, carpet paneling on the outside, siding on the outside, all kinds of different things were added to it. And I'm making the payments on that still. I still got another 5 years for all those payments to be paid off. And then, I got food. My car's paid off, but, gasoline's expensive, the upkeep of the car, things like that, electric bills, water, everything like that. Not to mention entertainment. You can't expect me to sit around the house and watch TV all the time. I go out from time to time, that takes money.
Now, when you all were divorced 2 years ago, outside of spousal maintenance, were you awarded the home?
Yes, I was awarded the home. And he fought me on that, but I won it.
Okay. So you were awarded the home. You don't have a lot of payments left on it.
No.
So I guess I'm confused as to why you're here, because you haven't said anything that will warrant an increase in your maintenance.
Well, I went down on hours from work. That's a financial burden.
Well,
And
so you went down on
my
hours.
My boss did. I didn't do it. My boss made me take less hours.
We're watching the moment reality hits hard. Ellison's voice gets shaky as she pleads for anything. $25, even $5. But the judge doesn't budge. The law doesn't work on sympathy, and she makes that clear. It's gut-wrenching to watch. Her frustration boils over as she tries to explain the dead-end job, the trap she feels stuck in. But no matter how emotional the plea, the judge holds the line. It's justice by the book. No loopholes, no feelings, just cold, clean denial. You can feel Ellison's heart sink, and you're sinking.
Right, but nothing has really changed with a lot of your expenses. You said you don't have a car note. You have a little bit left on your home to pay off. Sounds like you're mainly paying utilities and then a mortgage.
And the insurance for the car, the insurance is always expensive. Gasoline prices always going up.
Right, but you had those expenses at the time that you were divorced, correct?
Yes.
When you all were divorced, did he have a 401k in existence? Yes. And this is Texas, which is a community property state, so I'm assuming you at least got 50% of that.
Yes, I did, but
yes,
I don't think
no,
that
ma'am.
should be taken into consideration.
No, ma'am. It was taken into consideration the first time you received spousal maintenance. You can't have me take it into consideration again. That's not fair, and it's definitely not the law.
His 2 raises every year. I don't get raises. My job's a very poor paying job. I'm uneducated. I'm not, my age, I'm not going to find much now. I have to stay where I'm at. I feel like I'm trapped in this life.
And Miss Ellison, I feel like you came here to waste my time, because I cannot give you an increase in spousal maintenance just because you're asking for it. No, ma'am.
25?
Even $5. The answer is no. So is there anything else that you needed from me here today? Because I cannot grant you spousal maintenance just because he's made an increase from his wages.
Well,
if that were the standard, then everyone would come in court asking for an increase.
Well, people need increases. Women
and
living on their own, that's hard.
Let me ask you.
Here it is, the final blow. The judge delivers the verdict with razor-sharp finality. Case dismissed, and so is Miss Ellison. The courtroom air freezes. You can almost hear the silence as reality lands hard. The judge's words aren't cruel, but they cut deep. Ellison walks in seeking justice, or maybe just relief, but walks out empty-handed. This wasn't just about dollars, it was about dignity, about trying to reclaim some control. But the law doesn't play favorites, and in this moment, emotion loses to structure. It's done, just like that.